Hi everybody, it's Lindsay from The Creative Arrow, and I am here in my studio space on a chilly, cold autumn day. It is the beginning of a new month. It is November, which is the perfect time for gratitude and lots of things that revolve around being thankful and just kind of spending time writing down and reflecting on the things that I'm blessed with. And so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Page in my art journal revolving around gratitude, and I'm going to be using leaves for this and a lot of different mixed media materials, watercolors, and things like that. So if you are ready and you would like to follow along, grab some supplies and start reflecting, and let's do a page on gratitude. So I'm choosing a blank spread in my art journal. That way I have plenty of space for all the leaves. These are ones that I collected from my backyard. As you can see, they're not super colorful. They're a little crusty in some areas. Some of them are curling a little bit on the ends, but I wanted to really go for a variety of shapes and sizes and different types. I definitely like the rounded edges of some of them and the pointy edges of others. So having a good variety, I think really will help this spread. So I'm going to be using a pen, micron pen for this, and I'm going to be laying the leaves out, kind of figuring out where they're going to go, how they're going to lay, before I start drawing anything in. And this is where it's helpful to have more than one or two leaves. And then I'm going to go in with my micron pen and start outlining and tracing around the edges of the leaves. For some of the leaves that are more curly and don't lay as flat, I found that it's actually more helpful to lay it down upside down, so with the veins down. That way it helps the curls to flatten out as opposed to trying to curl up. So you'll see me do that here in a little bit. You can do this part in pencil if you feel more comfortable. I didn't want to go back and have to retrace over these lines because I'm going to be adding lots of other things. So I just went straight in with a micron pen for the tracing part. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything amazing. Really just the process of tracing was really relaxing for me. So I was just enjoying that and going one leaf at a time with the micron pen to get my outline layer of all of these leaves. So now that I'm done with the tracing of the outline, I'm going to remove my leaves and kind of wipe off any debris that comes off of them. And then we're gonna get ready for the watercolors. So I'm using this small travel set of watercolors, and I'm gonna be mainly sticking with these areas here with your fall kind of oranges, reds, some greens, and this paintbrush here is probably going to be the one I'm going to use the most. I might use these smaller ones, but we'll kind of see how we get there. For the watercolors, I'm going to do a wet on dry technique. So my paper is dry, and I'm going to have lots of really wet color that I'm going to just kind of like blot in here. And then As I finish with areas of one color, I'm just gonna go in with my next color. So I'm starting with this kind of bright red, and then I'm gonna go in with some orange, and I'm gonna just touch those areas in between the reds and just kind of let everything wash and melt together and really watch kind of like the colors bleed and blend together. It's one of my favorite parts. And this will give you more of a natural kind of leaf changing of colors. And I'm not even worried, about staying in the lines for this. I'm really just enjoying blending. And it's such a fun process, and I love watching how it turns out. So now that I'm done with this first leaf, I'm gonna continue this process with all of the other leaves. And I'm gonna kind of play around with some of the colors with just different combinations. The only thing I'm going to avoid though is complementary colors in the same leaf. So I'm not gonna put like red and green in the same leaf because complementary colors when mixed together will make muddy kind of brown colors. And I'm looking for more of those bright, happy fall colors. I might use a burnt sienna in here or something like that, but I think that it will look better than, those muddy browns. So lots of light, bright colors to keep this happy and fall and thankful. So now that we are done painting all the color on the leaves, it is time for this layer to dry. Now that our leaves are perfectly dry and colorful, it is time to go in with the Micron pen. So I'm going to start with a phrase in the middle that's I'm thankful for. And I'm doing this in kind of a combination of my regular handwriting and a little bit of brush script. But I'm just keeping it really simple and easy to read. And then as we're going through on top of all of these leaves, I'm going to be adding different things that I'm thankful for. So I've already spent time coming up with a list and kind of reflecting, and I'm going to be choosing off of that list. Some of them kind of repeat themselves, like I'm thankful for my family and friends and stuff like that. So I might be combining them to more broader terms and sentences, but it's really nice to have kind of like that visual representation of all the things that you are blessed with. And the process of writing it all down not only helps you to realize how blessed you are, but it's a way for you to, kind of go back and see on a day that maybe you're not feeling so blessed, or you're not feeling as happy. You can open up this page and just kind of remind yourself, these are all of the things that you have to be thankful for. So now that I'm done with all of my lettering, I'm going to go in with this gold marker pen, and this is just to add some accents and help fill in space. So I'm going to be doing a combination of some leaves and some stems, seeds, acorns, just different kinds of little gold designs to help give a little decoration to my gratitude page. now that I've filled some of the background space, I wanted to add some other kind of nature elements like butterflies. So I found these 2 butterfly stickers that went perfectly with the color scheme and the overall look. So I think they really added a really special touch. The last step is splashing a little bit of each of the colors I used in the leaves to kind of help bring it all together, because I'm moving it around in areas where that color might necessarily be. So I'm taking some of the orange, putting it over by the green, some of the green, putting it over by the yellows, and it's just kind of another little fun process step. It's very sensory, it's very satisfying, and I always love just how these things turn out. So little splashes of color, and then I think I'm going to be done. So here you have it. This is my fully finished mixed media page on thankfulness and gratitude, and I am so pleased with how it turned out. I'm loving everything. So if you liked this video, which I hope that you did, hopefully you followed along and got to the end, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks. Bye.